Hey guys, Charlie here. Welcome to the finale episode of the Prison Architect Maze series. If you're not familiar with this, we've been doing it in live streams, and this is like sort of the conclusion for the live streams. So if you're interested in seeing the build and seeing how this prison was built, you can check out the live streams. Link in the description down below. I'm also sharing this prison with you on Steam, and you can find that linked in the description as well. So you can try this out for yourself, and also be able to modify it and edit it, and kind of change things around, make new traps, whatever you want. Here is like a nice little framework for you to get started, and it's like 99.9% done. So let me give you a quick little rundown of what the goal is and what everything is for. If you haven't seen the live streams before, or if you weren't joining us for those live streams, then you probably are like, whoa, what in the world is this? Well, let me show you. So this prison is intended to hold only one prisoner, and the prisoner will start right down here. Don't worry about this notification, it doesn't matter. This is the prison, this is the cell, and you will end up trying to work your way through this maze to get to this point here. The prison is obviously, it's meant to be played in escape mode. The goal is to make it very secure without having to have a whole lot of guards. Essentially, this is a giant prison. It's a very large map, and we have several little playful little traps kind of installed, sort of. Things like doors, for example, like remote doors, which only open from one side. They open with the pressure pad, and so if you go through it, it'll close behind you and you won't be able to get back through it. Things like that. Those are stationed throughout the prison, kind of like over here. You can go this way, but you can't come back, things like that. Now, sometimes these are good. Sometimes you want to go that way. Sometimes you have to go through these in order to get to the solution. Other times, it ends up leading you, you won't be trapped, but you'll have to do a whole lot of walking and a whole lot of navigating just right to get back on the right track and then try again. And you won't even know it until it's too late. And that's the really cool part, I think, about this maze sometimes. There's also little things like status lights, which I can't change the color. They're always green. And sometimes they are a good thing. You want to see the status light. So that lets you know that you're going the right direction. And then sometimes you don't want to see the status light. It tells you that you're not going the right direction. So for this one, for example, it shows you that you're going the right direction. But maybe there's another one somewhere around here. Maybe one of these are like, it's there just as a decoy, right? It's there to like fool you and make you think you're going the right direction. Other times, we've got, most paths are, have walls on both sides to lead you around. And then sometimes the paths are blocked by water. So we have this natural water that's built here. So if you're on this path and you're coming this way, for example, you won't be able to get to this path because the water's blocking it. You'll have to go around, and the water blocks it all the way to the wall, so you'll have to just go around. And if you want to get over here, or if you're trying to get over here for some reason, I don't know if you should or not, wink wink, I'm not going to tell you, then you'd have to find a way to get over there. But if you want to get over here, I've made like this nice little path through the water. So sometimes you'll see these nice narrow paths that will allow you to get through it. Right here, it's a little bit more obvious because there's not as much moss growing. So you can see that there's a path here, clearly defined path here through the water. And sometimes you'll go and you'll see a pond. It'll be like, oh, that's a nice little pond, but it'll end up being a dead end in that pond, like this one over here, right? Which is a nice little place to sit and ponder about where you're going to go from there. But the goal is to get here. And you won't be able to dig. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, I'll just dig out. Well, you won't be able to dig because there's nothing here. There's no tools for you to get, right? There's no tools. You can't get any tools until you get over here into this area. You won't be able to get any tools or weapons or anything. But by the time you get here, you've already pretty much solved it. So it's not really a big deal. If you get to this point, it's like whatever, you've already solved it. So yeah, basically how this will work as a prisoner, you'll come down the road, as you're familiar with, all the way down to the bottom to reception. And you'll get processed here, and then you'll be taken through this narrow door here at the bottom. And this path is off limits to the prisoners, as are several other places within the prison. These are like, there's going to be little traps. I have not installed them yet. I have not put guard routes in because I don't want you to see the overall view and see where they are. So I'm going to add them after I upload the file. I'm sorry. I'm gonna add them after I upload the video, but before I upload the file, if that makes sense. So anyway, you'll get taken through here, and there's a bunch of armed guards at all these different checkpoints with these solitary doors. and you'll get taken all the way through here, all the way through here, and obviously you're not going to be able to escape through this narrow path because there's so many guards through here. There's so many armed guards. You're gonna have to bust through all these doors. You're not going to get out. So you're going to have to solve the maze. So you're going to come through here, and this door will close behind you, and the guard will take you up through here, all the way through here, and into your cell, and then the guard will leave. The door will lock behind you, or behind him, because at the time you start the prison, it will be like lockdown time. Lockup time. So you'll start the prison during lockup, so you won't be able to follow the guard, essentially. Now, the guard will probably go through here. I've never actually tried to follow him because I haven't been able to. That's the way I've designed it. But, you know, the guard will most likely go back and return through these doors anyway. But in the event, for some reason, he doesn't and he goes through the maze some way, I don't want you to be able to follow him. So that's why I've kind of done that. Okay, so, and then the reason I've done this, of course, is because in escape mode, the prisoners are almost always taken directly to their cells from the road, so, or at least to reception and then to their cells, which would mean that the guards would have taken you through the solution, and I don't want them to do that. So this is it. This is the prison maze. It took a bit of time to build. Again, if you want to follow along sort of after the fact in the build, you can click the link in the description down below. It'll take you to the playlist. There's only 3 streams, but, you know, they're live streams, so they're a little bit lengthy. And then, yeah, if you like this and you want to try it out for yourself, it's available on the Steam Workshop, and you can grab it there. Link in the description. Be sure to give it a good rating if you like it, and be on the lookout for changes, too, because I might change certain things around, and, you know, I might change how certain walls are. Maybe this area, I want to change this up a little bit, or maybe I find new ways to add new traps, and I put those in, etc. There might be ways to do that, but, yeah, I've kept this completely mod-free. So you do not need any mods to play this. It's just, it should work on everybody's save. So, or it should work on everybody's system. That's pretty much it. I appreciate you watching. Oh, and the last thing I'll say before I sign off here is that if you ever get lost, which might happen, if you ever get trapped and you're like, I don't know where to go, and it's like, dang it, how do I get out? I don't want you to get frustrated. I want you to be able to start over whenever you want. So I've placed these little scenic areas, you know, little benches here. There's a bench here and a phone here and all that stuff. I've placed these here for aesthetic, but also to give you something to destroy. So you'll be able to like smash these benches or the phone booth or something. Maybe hit a status light. I don't know. You can always bang on a door if you want to as well, but that's kind of defeating the spirit of the game, because if you damage the door, then it may actually close and not open. So then you may not be able to get through here, for example, and maybe, I don't know, wink wink, maybe you have to get through here to complete the maze. I don't know. But if you smash the door and it's closed, now you won't be able to complete it because the door won't open. And there's nobody on staff that's going to fix that door, because I don't think I have any workmen. Maybe I should put 1 workman in case. Oh, I have 3 workers. Okay, well they might repair the door then, but it might take a while, and then you'll have to wait. Some of these doors open with pressure pads, like I said, so you'll be able to go one direction through the door, but once the door closes behind you, you won't be able to go back. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes you want to go through these doors to get to your destination, and other times it's a trap. And that's just the way it is. And some of the doors actually don't open with pressure pads, like this one. They open with timers. So they'll only be open during certain times of day, and then when that time of day is expired, they'll close. And they're only open for about 1 or 2 hours at most. So I just happen to be have the thing locked down right now, or I have the game paused right now. But if it was at a different time of day, these doors will start to close because it's not the right time for them to be open. So yeah, anyway, that's the quick tour. I hope you guys enjoy it. And be sure to give your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you're curious on whether or not I'm going to be playing any more Prison Architect, I've gotten the question so much recently, and yes, I plan on another Prison Architect series. You're just going to have to wait until I'm done with one of the other series on the channel. So if you want to speed up the process, if you want to, like, you know, encourage more videos, check out some of the other videos that are happening. Check out some of the other series. We've got Mass Effect Andromeda going on. There's a playlist with over 90 videos already in XCOM Long War 2. And I've also obviously got Kerbal Space Program happening as well. So check out some of those other series if you want to. And, you know, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Bye.